Yo, what up, Lucid Crew? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I am Lucid Rob, and today we're going to look at videos from all over the internet. Today we're going to look at videos from all over the internet. Said it right that time. Watching things that nobody wants us to watch. They don't want us to see this stuff. It's a secret. It's busting us out of the matrix. It's all these things that people that are trying to hide this information from us don't want us to see. So of course we're gonna watch it, right? So like, don't push the red button. We're pushing that goddamn red button, y'all. We pushing it. Lucid Crew, welcome back to the channel. Let's get into it.
The mystery of Area 51 is finally revealed. This theory is spine-chilling, so hold on tight. Area 51 is a place of exchange and experimentation with aliens. It is the most secretive place on Earth for this reason. The US government is said to be in contact with aliens to conduct human exchanges for scientific experiments. When UFOs crash on Earth, they undergo numerous scientific experiments by the US government. However, the alien civilizations are strongly opposed to this principle. The US government proposed to provide aliens with children and adults every year in order to establish a pact. Both parties reached an agreement, and that's why the numerous Americans who disappear each year end up in Area 51 to be sent to other planets for experiments.
Alright, so this makes me think. So all of the children that come up missing every year, you know, we think that it's like elites or celebrities or whatever we think it is. So let's just say, what if they were being taken for this reason, you know, instead? If it wasn't so much like adrenochromes and it was more so just Earth's leaders packed with alien races, right? And that's where everybody's going. Maybe that's what they're being taken for. I don't know what words I'm allowed to say along the lines of these topics in order to not be like flagged or demonetized. So I'm just trying to be careful with the words I choose, but you know what I'm saying. When I talk about elites taking people, you know what I'm talking about, obviously. Or do you think it's a mixture of both? Do you think a large percentage of these cases are to give them to alien races for research? Because I heard some stuff years ago and recently, but as far back as years ago, that they were talking about basically we made a pact with aliens. They could take so many cows, they could take so many people and abduct, you know, X amount of people, Y amount of livestock, whatnot, like every year to do experiments on and stuff. So I don't know, it's got my brain moving. Got my brain moving in the first video. I need a haircut. I don't know how I should cut it. Let me know how I should cut my hair. Let me know in the comments.
This is hard to believe, and the CIA just left the world a grim message, and the end may be near. People were absolutely terrified that a document has been approved to be released on the CIA.gov website, and it describes a horrific situation in which we may all die. The CIA document describes such horrific attacks as not only unexpected, but a revenge attack, citing that will make your blood freeze. An aircraft had appeared above a military unit in Siberia. It was around the time one of the military personnel was testing missiles and launched one accidentally at the aircraft. It was then described that 5 humanoid-shaped creatures with large heads and black eyes emerged from the aircraft. It was then documented all 5 of them came together and merged into one, causing a huge white light and explosion. And then the 23 soldiers who saw this, they turned into white long poles made of limestone, and only 2 soldiers remained alive. The document states that since this technology exists, it would be extremely worrisome for our planet. So is this a government agent on drugs or real?
I don't know. I don't know what's real about that. That is very unsettling, though. Man, it makes me think, like, all these things, like, they combine to be like a bright light and then turn into like a pillar of limestone. You know, that was that story in the Bible where the people were fleeing and they were told not to look back, and they were turned into like salt pillars because they like disobeyed. Makes me think situations like that are maybe situations like this, you know, someone told them like don't look back and they turn them into like a pillar of limestone or a pillar of salt, and it's documented. Or maybe like a nuclear blast, you know, like a lesson for, hey, don't look back. If you look back, the flash, the heat, it's going to get you, it's going to vaporize you. And it gets me thinking like that. I feel like I got a hair in my mouth. I feel like mustache hair. Gross. I feel like all like old stories in like religious texts and mythology are just eyewitness accounts of unexplainable, you know, greater technologically advanced scenarios. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about this? This is my first time hearing about this.
Here's the fun thing to entertain is about moving the stone, because the narrative is like, oh, well, they would have brought these stones up the Nile. Well, there's stones out there that are on the other side of the Nile in the mountains.
We know there's objects up to 1,200 tons, but the fact that they moved them 1,000 miles, and we have examples. There's a stone called the Russian thunderstone stone. Have you heard of this?
No.
So like in the 1700s, they took a big lump of, I think it's granite from Finland. They moved it around 150 meters a day. It took them forever. It's about the same size, same mass as the obelisk that's sitting in this mountainous quarry in Egypt, in Aswan. You're absolutely delusional if you think this was a simple task that could be achieved with primitive methods and then ship that thing 1,000 miles somewhere.
How the do you think they did this?
Wild guess. I think there's connections possibly to gravity manipulation. I think anti-gravity had to have a play a part in moving some of this stuff, but I'm convinced it was a form of advanced technology. They may have had an entirely different avenue of tech.
I totally agree. I feel like if humans were to have built the pyramids, they would have had to have much crazier technology than they have, or than they were said to have had, and that we have, and that we think they have. But again, like I said in previous videos, I don't think the Egyptians built the pyramids. I think they stumbled upon them. I think they're much older than the ancient Egyptians who settled there and made changes to the Sphinx, and I think all that shit was already there. Probably from a civilization much, much older that got wiped out during some cataclysmic event. I don't know how much evidence there is for that. That's just what I think based off of things that I've seen.
There's one of the most evil, vicious Navy bases in the history of the planet. They do stuff that would make Hitler look like Santa Claus. Diego Garcia.
So
Wait.
Sorry.
Diego Garcia. That's where that first Malaysian plane is. That's where it landed. It had 4 scientists on it. Huh? 20 scientists, but 4 had filed for patents. It was Malaysia, but they worked out of Austin, Texas, for Texas Instruments. Right. And the ones behind that plane was Texas Instruments, the government, and Boeing, who made the plane. And everybody is stupid enough to believe that a plane almost a block long can just disappear. With the electronics we have, all the technology we have, the next generation of cars will come out, there'll be no driver. So we got 4 of those top scientists that had filed for patents worth $400 billion. Okay? So if 1, 2, 3 of us and your brother, 4, we filed for patents. And then here's a friend of yours who's with us. So 5 of us filed for patents. If we die before the patent is granted, then your brother, who wasn't on the plane with us, he owns them all. So those 4 scientists, and the 5th person was the Carlyle Group. They own them all now. The patent was granted 3 days after the plane was missing.
Wow.
Okay, and so what I'm saying is, this is the game, and if you can't follow that thread, then you don't see it.
That's crazy.
What were the patents for?
Huh?
What were the patents for?
Well, the patents was, you heard people talk about they're gonna one day inject you and can control you. Well, these guys come up with something, they don't have to inject you, they just put it in this room and you come in and you smell it. That's what they were for.
Oh man, without saying a bunch of shit and getting my video pulled, because I gotta be careful about shit. If you want to talk more about stuff, deeper stuff that I can't talk about on here, join my Discord. We have open discussions on there all the time about things. The link is down in the description for my Discord. It's free to join. Come in, hang out, send me some videos that you want me to watch. Oh man, I've always said everything that's happened these past couple of years, just population control, man. Population control in one form of another. Exterminating part of the population, controlling part of the population. That's just all population control, man. I think that numbers are getting too big. There's too much available information for people to make their own decisions. So we have things like, very biased news networks and misinformation and the shit that happened with Twitter, where they were literally blocking information and silencing people and deleting information, and it's all just population control. That's all this stuff is, man. But it gets scarier, the more it happens, because it's just like they're just developing more and more ways of literally controlling us like fucking zombies. The world is nuts.
Have you heard
of the alien ruins in China?
No.
This archaeologist from China, his name is Bei Yu, went to this place and was dumbfounded at what he saw. It's right next to these two lakes, and one lake is saltwater, one lake freshwater. He said there are no signs of life at all. The sharp mountains are also lifeless, as if they have experienced a massive fire. The scenery here did not originate from Earth, but from another planet in outer space. And then he saw this mountain that was like triangular shaped. Turns out it's man-made. He says it looks like a space station.
What?
And he goes to the cave entrance. Inside this pyramid, he discovers iron pipes, and they would lead down to the lake. They tested the metal. 8% of the material you cannot find on our periodic table.
Wow.
And they found quicklime, a conductor of energy.
Wow.
So some of these pipes were filled with it, and they would lead down to the lake, producing energy to the pyramid.
Oh my goodness.
Remember the theory we talked about, the pyramids being able to harness and distribute electricity? This thing is set up the exact same way.
So I heard about them finding like plumbing in that place, but I didn't hear about all the other stuff. And I feel like it's got to be intentional to have like all these different bits of information about these certain locations like broken up and like hard to find, so you basically have to like piece them together yourself. And that's just the stuff that they do release, right? That's just the stuff that they do tell us. It's so hard to find like just a collective of information about specific places. Like you really do have to do digging and put everything together. Like I said, I've heard about this, and I've heard about the plumbing of this place and the lakes, but I heard nothing about the other stuff. So either that's not true, it's misinformation, disinformation, or just fucking made up, or it's just, you know, hidden or not compiled and easy to find. But I think a lot of the alien tech that we see, quote unquote alien tech that we see, like with the pyramids, like I was saying a few minutes ago with the other video, and this, I think it's just much older civilizations that just happen to evolve past a point of knowledge in one area. Because I think a common misconception is like, if there was a advanced civilization that could harness levitation, that they would have flying cars and they would have big glass and aluminum buildings, and you know, we would find traces of that. But no, I think each cycle of civilization, I think we all evolve our technology differently, right? Like you could have people that could harness energy and levitate giant fucking limestone rocks that weigh more than a fucking house. They could be living in Pueblo homes. They could literally be living in homes made out of like rock and straw, but have a different understanding beyond ours in some form of physics or just whatever. And I think that's why a lot of stuff goes so overlooked. It's like, nah, because they were primitive, because look at the tools they used. They couldn't by any fucking means be able to levitate a rock. Like, no, that's not it. Like, we are so conceited as a society to think that there are no aliens, to think that there's no one beyond our understanding, to think that anybody that doesn't do things exactly like us is primitive. I feel like as a society, as a collective, we've all been forced to evolve the same way, and that's why we're all so similar in our abilities and lack thereof abilities. But like I said, throughout time, the city of Atlantis, as advanced as they were said to be, they could have very well been living in fucking caves, just have a different understanding. It just all depends on where you choose to evolve your understanding of things and your expertise on things. So I don't think there would have to be flying cars in order for there to be levitation, moving blocks, or transporting, you know, Easter Island heads, or just anything, because a civilization doesn't have to be past us in every form of technological advancement in order to be past us in any of them. But that's just my theory. Let me know what you think.
Imagine looking into the mirror and seeing this.
If I looked into the mirror and saw this, I would be booking my way to the doctor's office ASAP. A lot of you guys tagged me in this video a few weeks ago, so we're going to make a breakdown as to what this is. This guy right here has a flashlight being shown into his eye, and as you guys can see, there's a worm right in his pupil. Now, believe it or not, even though this looks extremely painful, this condition is relatively benign and not that painful. This condition is known as loisis, and its main vector are mango flies. For somebody that's already a host, a mango fly will bite them, it'll get transferred to that mango fly, and when the mango fly goes around and bites another person, it'll get passed to that person. Also, symptoms can be pretty hard to spot, seeing as this condition is relatively painless. Also, most of the time these worms are not going to be directly on your pupil. This photo right here does show an example of loisis, but you can see that it's just a very light swelling on this guy's eyelid. In order to remove this, doctors are going to have to cut through the first layer of the eye and then pull this out with forceps.
Dude, I'm telling you, if there's anything I hate more than ghosts, it's fucking bugs. No, dude. Fucking nope. Nope. Absolutely fucking not. I would freak the fuck out, dude. I would flip out. I'm like one of those fucking people, if I feel something crawling on me, I'm like fucking freaking out, slapping myself in public. Like, I can't do it. I don't know where the fuck that phobia came from, but if I saw a fucking worm in these guys, in these boys, fuck that, dude. Nah, I might fucking reenact a scene from Saw and cut my eyeball out. I'm just panicking. Like, get it the fuck out of me. That's awful.
And inquire if he has ever encountered anything strange or out of the ordinary on their vast property. Little did he know that the landowner's response would be far more shocking than he could ever have imagined. Watch this.
Ask them questions. I'll ask, have you ever seen anything interesting out here? And oftentimes they'll say like, oh yeah, I've seen some coyotes. And so finally, as the conversation was warming up, I say, hey, have you ever seen anything out here you can't explain? The moment I said that, his eyes lit up. He was like, it's really weird you asked me that question. He's like, just last week, my buddy took the craziest video back in these woods. He pulls up his buddy's private Facebook page. So it's a private Facebook page. He tried to send me a link to the video. I couldn't see the video on my own phone. So I had to pull the video up on his phone and take a video of it. I've sent this to a bunch of people. I've not seen anyone be able to explain what the heck is going on.
Yeah, that's really fucking weird. And that's a lot of effort. If that's like just a VFX. If they were to like do some visual effects to a phone, a video, and then play it on one phone and then record it with another phone just to like hoax. That's kind of strange. I mean, it's genius, really, because it would just make it very hard to find the fake, the artificial elements, right? It'd make it harder to pinpoint that it was a fake video. But I feel like most people don't think about that. They're just like, get the VFX as good as possible and then just post a video. It's fucking weird. Either way, that's fucking weird.
Not going. Not happening. There's no way you're gonna get us there safely, because the only way you're gonna get us there is kicking and screaming, which will likely hurt us.
This is Maya Lang along with her little brother Sebastian, and this is the very moment their mother had them forcefully taken away to a reunification camp. So just how does something like this come to happen? Well, leading up to October of 2022, the pair had been doing anything and everything they could to get away from their mother for quite some time. However, when they were finally given the opportunity to inform the courts of her abusive behavior, that same court determined they were lying, thus ordering them to go through a reunification process. Essentially, the main focus of this camp was to force those children to respect and love their mother, while also recanting all statements they had made about her abuse. And the sad thing is, thousands of children every year are sent to these camps across the country, many of whom are not listened to, told that they are lying about the things that they have been through.
Oh man, that's rough. That's a rough topic. I know they have like scared straight programs, things like that for like kids that are troubled. I was locked up for a little while as a kid because I had issues. I don't really think it helped me. I mean, maybe it helped me. I mean, I'm pretty chill now, but I think that's just basic maturity that got me where I am now. But man, I don't know. Parental child abuse issues are a touchy subject, especially nowadays with every kid that gets told no, thinking that they're being abused and not listened to, and everyone's so sensitive nowadays. I feel like the line's even thinner than it was when I was growing up. I don't know, man. Discipline is definitely necessary, some sort of discipline. I don't have kids, so I can't really speak too much on it, but I think just in general, discipline is important. But in the same sense of saying that, I do think that the justice system is incredibly fucked in so many ways. It is a very imperfect system. And I don't know how to fix it. I have no feedback on how to fix it, so I'm not going to comment on it too much. I don't have to tell you that it's fucked. At least here in America, it's fucked. I don't know how it is anywhere else.
You're not going to believe what this person caught on their surveillance camera. A tall creature lured this girl into the forest at night. Sources say that she is still missing to this day. What do you guys think, though? Let me know in the comments below.
This makes me think of Hocus Pocus. Come, little children, I'll take thee away. It kind of looked like a taller woman. Obviously, if it's a full-grown woman and a child, she's going to be fucking taller. But the taller one kind of looks like her face was wrapped. Maybe I just didn't look hard enough. Maybe it was just hard to see because I'm watching on a tiny-ass fucking laptop screen right now that I'm recording on. But it looked like a chick in like a nightgown with like her face wrapped. But I don't know. If that's real, I hope they find her. That's another scary scenario, whether it be like a crazy guardian or even just like a stranger or a ghost or whatever the case may be. These kind of situations are fucked. And it's going to be a nope from me. That's going to be a nope. I feel like I should do a series where you guys send me the most screwed up, scariest stuff you can think of. And we do like nope or no nope. Nope or no nope. I kind of like that. Let me know what you think about that. That could be fun. Better yet, it could be like trash or pass. We'll call it like dope or nope. Dope or nope. Is this video cool or not? I'll be the judge of that.
Here's a list of celebrities that are secretly awful, and you didn't know that, but they have done some terrible shit. Let's start with one that a lot of people might know, but a lot of people might not know, is Matthew Broderick. Famous actor known for Ferris Bueller's Day Off and the voice of Simba, which I didn't realize until I was way too old. But he's a bad person because he didn't pay parking tickets for a long time, and then he went to court and he tried to act like he was a celebrity, and I'm just kidding, he killed people. He killed a couple people. Simba killed people. 1987, while vacation on Ireland, he got on the wrong side of the road and collided head-on with another car, instantly killing a mother and a daughter. Holy shit. And he faced 5 years of jail time, but he didn't get any jail time because he's a celebrity, which is fucked up. We have Peter Townshend, lead singer of The Who. Can't say what he did because I'll get demonetized, but just look up his name in the word credit card and you'll find out he's a piece of shit. We have Karl Malone, famous basketball player. Once again, can't say what he did, but look up Karl Malone 13. It's exactly as bad as you think it is. Steve Jobs, everyone knows Steve Jobs is like a piece of shit to his employees, but I didn't know about his kid. Steve Jobs had a child with a woman before he started his family, and then he said something like, oh, there's like a 30% chance that's my kid because she's banked 30% of the population, and everyone's like, what the fuck?
Oh man, I'm so happy you guys sent me this video. I love Big Tug. He's so fucking funny. If you don't follow Big Tug, go check him out on just TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, wherever the fuck you watch videos. Big Tug is hilarious. But yeah, fuck man. I mean, celebrities definitely do get away with shit. We know that. Not even super nefarious shit, just like daily shit, I feel like. That's why it's so satisfying. I saw a video someone posted where like some guy was getting arrested and his mom was there and she's like, he's a celebrity, and the cop's like, I don't give a fuck, he broke the law. And shit like that is so satisfying to see because you know that shit is rare. You know that those people are fucking privileged. Like, I'm not one to talk about privilege, okay? People throw that around way too much. I've been told I'm privileged because I worked hard and made a good life for myself after being a recovering drug addict and homeless till I was 11, and, you know, just rough life. I had a rough upbringing, but people see where I am now, so they're like, oh, you're privileged. You're a fucking white dude who is able to pay his fucking rent on time. Like, okay, well, fuck you, first off. You don't know my life. So I don't like throwing that word around. Obviously, privilege looks different to everybody else, but that would be a privilege. Just to have like oh, you've seen me in that movie? Let me get away with this fucking heinous crime. That's a fucking privilege. And honestly, it's not fair because I want to get out of tickets because I'm on YouTube. So, you know, I'm just gonna bitch about it until it happens to me, and then I'm just gonna accept it. That's what I'm gonna do. So, it's like, hey, you're that YouTube guy. Here you go. Let me just pay all your fucking parking tickets for you. I have to say, that would be fucking awesome. Because here, where I live in this city in Florida, so many parking tickets. So many fucking parking tickets. I would absolutely love to throw my fucking privilege around to pay those tickets, but but as far as actually like this fucking Matthew Broderick shit and the Karl Malone shit, like, come on, bro, come on, that's a lot. I was gonna say that's a bit much. That's a lot much. Like, you can't just let people off for that shit.
Most of the near-death experiences, the person either going through a tunnel or they're going out of their body, they are going toward a huge light, and they never reach that light. They usually are turned back before they get to that light. Usually there's somebody there who says, are you sure you want to go? You know, you have a choice, but maybe it'd be better if you go back. You know, your family needs you, things like that. But sometimes there's someone there to give you a choice if you want to return or do you really want to go on. It's your decision. But whenever they decide to go back, they never go all the way to that bright light. I found out what that bright light is. This is why they don't actually die, because they don't go all the way. The bright light is a huge energy source. You may even want to call it God if you want to, but it's a powerful energy source. And when you actually do leave your body and die, you go through that light. And when you go through that light, the silver cord is severed at that time. You're all attached with a silver cord, our spirit, which is the real you, and the body the entire time you're alive. Because every night you go out of your body. Everybody does. The spirit, the real you, imagine how bored it would get sitting around waiting for the body to wake up. The body's what gets tired. The real you doesn't. And so it's sitting around waiting for you to get up. Okay, let's get on with it. As soon as the body goes to sleep, you're out of there, having all kinds of adventures. You're going to the spirit side, you're talking to your guides and your masters and getting instructions, or you're off anywhere you want to go in the world, seeing people, looking in on them, whatever you want to do, or you can go off to other planets, other dimensions. You do this every night, but you don't know it because, well, you're not supposed to know it for one thing, it'd be too confusing. But the only way you remember is if you have dreams of flying or dreams of strange, unfamiliar places. So we're off having all these adventures every night. And in toward morning, when it's time to get back to the body, we are connected with the silver cord the whole time. You're reeled in, so to speak. They reel you back in to where you're back in the body again. Then the body has to wake up and you're ready to continue your daily work. So whenever you actually die, you go through this energy source. At that time, the silver cord is severed immediately by the energy. When that happens, you cannot return to the body again. That's the spark of life. Once that spark of life has left the body, it begins to deteriorate immediately. You ever watch someone die, you know something's gone, it's left. At that point, the body begins to deteriorate. Then you're on the other side and you cannot come back. The only way you have ghosts, you have people coming back and giving messages, apparitions, but it's not the actual person because they can't come back into the body again. So once you get over there, you're met with great love. There is no hell. There isn't. I've done thousands and thousands of cases. There is no hell. Hell is an invention of the church, and you can see why. It was never in the Bible. It's something has been invented. There is no hell. A loving God would not do that to people. You are allowed to make all the mistakes you want. You're allowed to come back and do it again and again till you get it right. They don't punish you just because you make a mistake and throw you into an oven. It doesn't work that way. You have to realize you have made mistakes.
That's interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about, like leaving your body and stuff, spirit walking, whatever it's called, outer body experiences. But I talk about this a lot. I lucid dream a lot. And I've gotten to the point now to where I look at my hand, and if I have more than 5 fingers, I know that I'm lucid dreaming, and I take control of that dream. There's one scenario a few months back where I woke up. I got up to take a piss, and it's just habit now. Like I lucid dream so often that anytime I get up to use the restroom or get something to drink at nighttime, doesn't matter. Every time I look at my hand, count my fingers. Because that's just, I guess, what I've trained my mind to do. If I'm lucid dreaming, I see more than 5 fingers. I got up, looked at my hand, I saw 5 fingers. I'm like, okay, and I'm like tired. I'm obviously like not awake all the way yet. I'm just walk to the bathroom, use the restroom. Full control, as if I was just awake. Use the restroom. I turn around and there's like a woman in my mirror talking to me like telepathically. Like normally, you know how I am with ghosts, guys. If I saw an actual ghost, I would freak the fuck out. I would lose my fucking shit. Never saw this one before in my life. I don't even remember what she looks like really. I just remember like she was my reflection in the mirror when I went to wash my hands. But it was like a familiar feeling. It was like a very familiar feeling. Like I wasn't afraid of this thing. It like felt right. Like it felt okay. And I just remember having a discussion, a very quick like telepathic discussion. I don't remember what it was about or anything. I just remember she had said some stuff to me and I was like okay with it. And just fucking went back to bed and woke up the next morning like nothing happened. I don't know what the fuck that was. Because I don't even really believe in ghosts. This shit just freaks me out. I think it just comes from growing up in a house that we were told was haunted like forever. It's like logically and like rationally, I don't believe in ghosts, right? I don't really think anything happens when you die. I'm not a religious person at all. But in this case, it was really weird because like I wasn't lucid dreaming. I was very obviously like awake. I was just like use the restroom like I did any other day. And I wasn't afraid when I saw this thing. So I don't know what the fuck that was. So you tell me what you think that was. But on top of that, let me know what you think a spirit is as well. Like, where does it go when it re-enters your body? Like this woman said, they reel you back in. Is it just like, does it fill up the entirety of you? Is it just like energy inside of you? I know a lot of people are probably gonna say it lives in your heart, but that's just an area full of valves and blood. I don't think that'd be a very comfortable area for anyone to live unless they could hold their breath and didn't get queasy at the sight of blood. Hearts are pretty gross. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. I have no fucking clue. But I just thought I'd share that story with you because I just fucking thought about it. And I thought it was really, really weird. Because I usually have a very firm grasp on my lucid dreaming because I do it so frequently.
Yikes. TikTok, I don't know when this was created, but when you say spot on with how life really is right now, I mean spot on. This is Simpsons 2.0. Some of these clips will frustrate you because they're spot on. Like a actual factual. Run that video and comment below the best part of this short film for you. Holy F, watch this short film. Too accurate. Very accurate. Run it.
Yes, you. Do you dread waking up in the morning? Are you feeling helpless in your society? Perhaps even a bit lost? Well, look no further. At the Capitol, we offer an escape, a new beginning, a lifetime of unending joy. We have an abundance of attractions so captivating, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. Let's take a look, shall we? Take a ride on the Cosmic Carnival. Let go of decisions and let the carnival choose each thrill for you. Simply sit back and soak in fun. Getting hungry? Make your way to Brightside Bistro, where you can feast until your heart's content. And if that's not enough to satisfy your craving, choose from our exquisite line of automatons, a companion that never strays, never tires, and always obeys. As you traverse our radiant metropolis, bring our latest gizmo, the mood on the go. With the swipe of a thumb, alter your mood instantly and experience any emotion you wish. You can also use it to instantaneously replace your companion if things go south. How convenient. And our most popular attraction, the Dream Machine. Relive your most cherished moments in vivid, extraordinary detail. No need to cling to old photos. Live in the past forever. You might be wondering, what's the cost for such a paradise? Well, dear viewer, some prices aren't paid in gold or silver. We only ask you for one thing. Your identity. We'll need the very core of who you are. It's a small price for a lifetime of unending joy, don't you think? And no need to fear crime or violence. We'll always keep an eye on you. For your safety. Welcome back to Spot the Odd One Out. Remember, in the capital, wearing a smile is the norm. However, a few seem to occasionally slip up. No worries. This is your golden opportunity. If you see someone forgetting their grin, report them to us and stand a chance to win fabulous rewards. We'll make sure to turn their frown upside down. So, if you're up for it, come visit the capital. We're only a smile away.
All right, so I just looked, and that's a recent AI generated short film. It looks really fucking cool. I mean, it's pretty spot on, obviously because it was made recently, hence like the fucking iPhones and shit. But I love that it was kind of made from like a retro futurism aesthetic. I love retro futurism. It's such a cool aesthetic. Basically what people thought the future would look like, what they thought today would look like back in like the 50s, 40s, 60s, whatever. But it's a super creepy video. It's definitely a fucking movie I'm gonna watch. Isn't it crazy how we like watching and listening to things that are like happening to us, even if it's like negative? It's like when you're in a bad mood or a sad mood and you listen to like sad music to make yourself more sad, kind of justify the feelings that you're feeling. It's weird. I wonder why that is.
If you scare easily, swipe on. In 1989, a woman started hearing strange banging sounds in her walls and in the ceiling. And then one night, the crawl space to her attic was open, so she went to go have a look. When she's just feet away, an old man suddenly appears in the crawl space and looks her dead in the eye before vanishing. There was nobody else in the house. Worried no one's going to take her seriously over an apparent ghost in her house, she ends up calling a paranormal investigator. When the paranormal crew arrived, they were actually very skeptical until they heard loud banging in the attic and they decided to go up and have a look. As soon as the two men get up into the attic, one of them screams and suddenly disappears. The other, who didn't have a flashlight, starts using the flash on his camera to illuminate the attic. And he takes one of the most famous pictures in paranormal history. His partner, who was in total shock, had been lifted off the ground and tied to one of the beams. That was the last night the woman ever stayed in the house. However, it's still being rented out today, but nobody stays longer than 1 or 2 months.
Nope. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. If you saw me look up during watching that video, it's because there's literally a crawl space right above me right now, right where I record these videos. So, yeah, just looking up. Just looking up. You know, make sure that motherfucker's not opening up. But no. Nope. Absolutely fucking not. I wouldn't even stay there a month. I wouldn't stay there at all now, knowing this. I mean, they gotta fucking put that information on Airbnb. That's gotta be part of the appeal now, the marketing. People that want to stay in that house, it's meant to be haunted. Like, oh, the fucking most haunted attic in America. Come stay with us. Pay a premium to fucking be fucking weird and crazy and actually want to experience some paranormal fucking haunted shit. Fuck that. I'll pass. It's a hard pass from me, guys. It's a hard pass on that one. But that's the end of the video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching and hanging out and helping support the channel and sending these videos. Every single one of the videos that we watched today was submitted by you guys. If this is your first time watching, you enjoyed the video, and you had fun with us, consider liking, subscribing, sharing the video, leaving a comment, joining the Discord, checking out the merch. If you like the song that's playing right now, it's on my SoundCloud. It's my original song called Secret Lover, and that link to my SoundCloud is down in the description as well. So lots of cool stuff here, lots of great people in the fucking Lucid crew. Thank you all so much, and until next time, peace.